Hey, welcome to the Star Wars The Old Republic stream prequel, KOTOR II. And this is newly ordained Jedi Master Johnny D here. And as always, I am joined by Jedi Master Ecam Newhouse. Welcome, Master Newhouse.
Welcome, Master D, and greetings and salutations to everybody.
Yes. So we got an action-packed episode here. We're starting off. We're in the thick of things, in the middle of the action. We're in the starting the end game of KOTOR II, and so this is a Star Wars: The Old Republic stream. And people who are coming here might be like, "WTF? Why are they playing KOTOR II and not Star Wars: The Old Republic?" Well, because this is 100 years before, and where we're at right now in this part of the Star Wars timeline, and what we've been experiencing is we're really seeing the foundations that's going to be set for Star Wars: The Old Republic, which we will be playing very, very soon. And one thing that has become apparent for the last couple of episodes is there's not a lot of Jedi in the galaxy at this time. We were in the first two episodes. We were basically looking for 4 Jedi Masters who were hiding. They're some of the last Jedi out there, hiding around the galaxy. We found one, and they were dead. And then we met up with 3 others, and they just got killed. So, in terms of Jedi that are left, there's basically my character, Jedi Knight Johnny. We got Atten, my Padawan, and then we got like this Ep3, who's a Jedi Master. I think she might even be the last Jedi Master, and she's basically started her own weirdo Jedi cult. And then we got Kriya, who is like an ex-Jedi, ex-Sith person. We don't know what her story is. And then we have her ex-apprentice, Darth Sion. And then, for Force users, it's probably just a bunch of random Sith people. And, we have one who's hanging out with us. And, that's about it. And, basically, I'm sure by the time this game is done, there's going to be even a lot less Force users, because I think some of them are going to die. Hopefully not us. So that's interesting because Master Newhouse, I think what we're seeing here is we're really getting down to a population level of Force users in Jedi that's very, very low. Not probably the only time I could think that's been lower is going to be right around the time of A New Hope. Does that make sense to you? Is that what we're seeing here? A similar sort of decline in Force users in the galaxy?
I'd have to believe so. I didn't actually put as much thought into it as you, and I didn't realize the Jedi Council were in such dire straits at this point in the story. I'm actually even more curious now to see what's going on at the start of the Old Republic. So.
Yes. So one interesting thing is actually, so I did actually play the Star Wars: The Old Republic like 10 years ago for like 2-3 hours. I think one or two nights I might have picked it up just to try it out. And if I recall, I think you start off at like kind of a Jedi Academy, but it's basically like it's really very like, it's like almost like a camp. It's like a refugee camp. It's like, so I think there's like a rebuilding phase going on. So I'd be curious to see how that plays out. Another interesting thing is going to be, of course, we're going to come in and there's going to be like 10 years of game content that's been created. So the Old Republic is going to be very like a lot of stuff that's been developed. And sometimes with these MMORPGs, you see yourself where it's like, they'll have to like give you the story of what it was when they started out with the game, and of course then they'll give you the story of what's happened after 10 years of content's been released by the development team, right? But still, right. I mean, this is very interesting how we're really kind of seeing how it's just declining to that almost New Hope level. So I thought that was interesting. But this is very exciting. This episode, we got topics to talk about later on. We're gonna step in the action as soon as we can, because we're definitely, the music itself is just making me pumped just to get going. But we do have some great topics, and we're getting topics built up. We have topics ready for episodes beyond this episode. So strap yourself in, Master Newhouse, and whoever else is watching, and let's get going here. So at this part of the plot, we have actually the Handmaiden is who I'm playing. She's one of my crew, and she's basically killed some of her peers. I like the Handmaiden. She's a bit of a punk rocker, so that's why we love her. And she's about to fight Ep3, her former boss, and I believe actually she might even have been my Jedi Master. Actually, I think they allude to. So we'll probably find that out. My character has landed on this planet, and probably will be showing up soon. But for now, we're gonna get going with some action because this is continuing off of where we were. And let's let's kick this off and get going. Some crazy Star Wars action.
This will teach you.
Do it.
So, oh, I died. Or did I?
Enough. Did you have feelings for him? Did you touch him? Did you look upon him with love? There is no love in that one. He is a shell
Not this time.
devoid of emotion. All that he was died
All we
at
did was fight in our
Malachor,
underwear.
and
That's
he
about it.
dies there still, as he should.
Oh, here I am.
Worth it.
All right.
One exile has arrived to save another.
Okay. Okay, so here's an interesting thing about this slide here. When I told you a story last episode, New House, about me stabbing either stone or maybe it was the tree, I don't know, but I stabbed something with my lightsaber. I basically left the lightsaber. I think I left it like running, and then I just left, and then my lightsaber was I didn't have it for basically probably 10 years, right? So I believe she has my lightsaber. So one time I talked to her, I'm always like asking about my lightsaber. I don't think I'm here for the lightsaber. I think I'm here. I don't know.
To support your crew member.
Well, no. I mean, I'm here because everything's gone crazy, and I just had that like ordeal on Korriban, and I had that ordeal with all the masters where they're basically going to try to take my powers away, and I kind of flipped out, and then they all die because Kriya, I think, killed them. So like, and now I'm just after. I don't know. I mean, I'm after Kriya. I got to find out what's going on with Kriya because she's definitely something's intense. Anyway, I'm just going to say you have truly fallen far to kill a helpless opponent.
It is no crime to kill the Sith, or any that threaten the Republic, as you proved in the Mandalorian Wars. This is now my battle, and you are now my enemy.
Where is Kriya, Atris?
Freya? That is not her name. She is gone, and is now beyond your reach, exile. Where she has gone, only I shall follow, after I have dealt with you.
Surrender, Atris. I don't want to fight you.
Such a noble offer. Your execution has been too long delayed, exile.
Oh, man. Did she just kill the handmaiden? That didn't sound good. All right. Well, screw you. You just killed my friend. You're dead.
I hope you didn't have plans with her.
This will
Well, there's other fish in the sea. Okay, I better use the health pack somewhere. All right, so I'll do the old. I'll do my old cheat. Using a health pack to keep me in the game. So I'll go to usable. Advanced health pack.
What they're there for.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
get it in time.
All right. Haha! I think I won that battle. Whoa. Okay, so I guess let's see how the handmaid's doing. Oh dear. Oh dear.
He's like dead, eh?
She's not moving, man. Oh man. Oh
He's
man.
forced to bring her back to life. Do you have a resurrect power?
No, I didn't get that. I got lightning instead. Oh no, why? Why did I choose the lightning?
See?
Oh, handmaiden. Oh well. Well, screw it. She's dead, man. I'm lightninging her. Ooh, look at this place. So this is like, I think it's a repurposed, like, I think they're doing like
Looks like the
terraforming.
Jedi Council.
No. I think this is like a terraforming station. Because in one of the loading screens I saw earlier when I was looking at the video, and I remember with the game, is that they were doing terraforming on this planet, and it's like a testing ground for the terraforming they think they're going to do to basically start resurrecting the galaxy, because there's so many war-torn and like obliterated planets. So this tech is like important, I guess, to we'll probably see the fruits of the labor of this tech in 100 years. All right, so there she is. Okay, so I'm gonna get force speed. Another thing about force speed I forgot is that actually it makes you, I think, like do double attacks too when you have it enabled.
To this place. If you think you can defeat me
Yeah.
here, you are wrong. All this collected knowledge, all these teachings of combat and the Force, they're mine to command. And if I must use it to end you, I will. Surrender.
Remind me to go back
You will
about
not
force
die.
speed later on.
Yeah, for sure.
I just remembered something actually that I heard that's relevant to that.
All right. Atris, you must be stopped. I don't know. I will not fight you. Surrender, and I will spare you.
Surrender to you, never. Let us end this.
Okay, so
There's
I think I was go ahead.
There's no option to like compromise with her or anything, right? It's either like
Maybe. I mean, I'm being pretty aggressive. I'm pretty like.
she
I'm in a
killed your party
frenzy.
member. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a frenzy right now, Newhouse. Like, this is like, I am kind of gone to the dark side where I'm just like, anybody who's like going to be a jerk to me, who's a Jedi user or a Force user, they're basically they're going down, or at least well, or at least I'm not going to like be nice to them. I'm just going to be like, surrender, and then I'll talk. Like, lay down your lightsaber, and then maybe we'll talk. But people aren't. No, they're all just like, everybody's just out to kill me now. So it's like, screw it. Like, then I'm going to dish it out to you. So let's do it.
This will teach you.
Oh, she's going to health. Okay. So I think I had to use the health back to survive last time. I guess I could try to heal.
Kill me.
Oh, I got her.
End this.
After everything you've done, I'm not letting you off that easy. Oh my goodness. I will not kill a helpless opponent, Atris.
I did not expect mercy from you, here at the end, after all that has happened between us.
Yeah, and they seem to allude that like maybe we were more than just Master Apprentice. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of like innuendo in this game, but anyway, I don't got time for that stuff. I need answers, and I need them now. Whoa.
Of course, there is still something you need from me.
What was that? Did you see that? And hear that? Newhouse?
You got to remember, I'm like 5 seconds. What you're saying, I'm seeing 5 seconds later. So, no, I did not.
It said it was hissing from a Sith holocron. That's what that sound was. What happened to you?
This knowledge of the Sith and the Jedi is what I am. It is my attempt to hold on to the past, to try and protect the future.
Oh, she's got Sith holocrons. And that is why you gathered these Sith relics?
I sought to preserve the knowledge of the Jedi, and to do that I needed to know the Sith. In order
Sounds
to
pretty
stop them.
evil to me.
Once I was a
Well,
historian,
I don't know.
the
I mean, it's like we
chronicler
were
of the
interested in
Jedi.
Sith stuff, right?
And when both wars passed me by, I was determined that I would not forsake battle again. In some part of me, I knew I had made choices, compromises, but always for the sake of the Republic, of the galaxy. To do what you had done, at times, did not seem so wrong.
Okay, so she was the Jedi historian and chronicler.
Like Jocasta knew?
Sure. Who's that?
That's it. The Jedi librarian from Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
Obi-Wan
Yeah, yeah.
Kenobi goes to look for the location of Geonosis.
Yeah. I think she's a bit tougher than that lady. I mean, maybe that, I don't know.
Sorry.
Is there a moment in the Clone Wars cartoon where she like pulls out a lightsaber and starts being like the super battle librarian?
Not in the Clone Wars. However, there was a comic book that came out about 6 months ago where Darth Vader finds her sometime after Order 66. And she does put up a bit of a fight before Vader, does Vader kind of things to her.
Oh, okay. All right, so tell me where Kriya is.
Where she walks is hidden from my eyes. but not from those of her kind. It is possible I may draw one last piece of knowledge from these holocrons. You always knew where they were striking from. You always knew. These Sith are spawned of you. Spawned by the
Jedi
Mandalorian.
holocrons and Sith holocrons show up a lot in Star Wars Rebels
All
also.
those Jedi. Their
And do
power
they
is
have
to
that
feed on
crazy
life,
language? Is
until
that the Sith
nothing is
language?
left except a hollow galaxy, echoing with the screams of the Jedi lost to us.
I'm not sure. I didn't catch that.
It's all good. You'll be able to probably check it out later. Their power is to feed on life until nothing is left except a hollow galaxy, echoing from the screams of the Jedi lost to us. Is that where Kreia has gone now?
Yes. I had thought she was awaiting me at that place, but I see now that she lied. It was not meant for me, but for you. She has gone there. She is waiting for you to travel to Malachor 5, to finish what you started.
To finish what I started?
Yes. You are an echo in the Force. A hollow space where it has been wounded. It takes a great act of destruction to create such emptiness. But it can be done. It creates places where the Force is difficult to hear, and difficult to find one's way. And you carry it with you, always.
What does this have to do
How
with
did that
Kreia?
happen? Good
how-
point.
Sorry, what happened? How did what happen?
How did you become an echo in the Force? But yes.
Oh yeah, I don't know. All right, so what does this have to do with Kreia?
Now she seeks to create another echo, a wound in the Force. Greater than the one before, greater than the one you caused. It will deafen all touched by the Force until no life is left. You were strong enough to withstand it once, but few have your strength in such matters, especially if they are unprepared.
Why would Kreia do that?
I do not know, but she needs you there. If you choose not to follow, she will murder herself at the heart of Malachor, and you will die along with her.
I can't wait to find out.
Find out what?
Why would Kreia do that?
Well, one thing, I mean, I guess if she wants to kill me, because we have this link, so I think the speculation is that if she dies, I die. Okay, but yeah, do you want me to say, but if Kreia is Sith, why would she do such a thing? Or should I say, who is Kreia? Say who is Kreia.
She is one of the Lords of the
your
Sith.
choice.
One of those who murdered the Jedi, and she holds the death of the galaxy in her hands.
How is that possible?
Because she has gone to Malachor. She is waiting for you there. But you will not survive, Telos. Nothing will. It is because the
What?
greatest of her apprentices comes to Telos.
I
He
don't
will
believe you.
destroy everything, just
Oh,
as he
it's Sion.
destroyed Qatar and all the Jedi gathered there.
Qatar. Oh, Qatar. Qatar was the planet with the cat-like looking people, and they were one of your fellow Jedi that you had in KOTOR 1, I think. So obviously that planet got kind of slaughtered. Okay, I've heard enough. This matter is finished.
And what will you do with me now? Abandon me here on this dead world, or end my life as I wish to end yours?
Well, I'm not going to kill her.
My name is Diego. Blah blah. Prepare to die. I haven't seen the movie enough to know the line. I'm sure you know it.
Oh, are you talking about Princess Bride?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember any lines from that. Yeah, all I know is I remember I really liked how there was Andre the Giant and that really small guy, and then
Yeah.
the blonde guy who was the swords guy, and the small guy was the actor named Wallace Shawn, and he was super funny, and but let's not. I think the one thing he says is something along the lines of never engage in a land war in Asia. So it's good advice. Okay,
Good
so
advice.
something along those lines. Okay, let's move on here. So you must return to your prison, Atros. What prison? and leave the battles to those who have the strength to fight them. I don't know. Prison? What do you mean prison? You'll answer for your crimes before the council. What council? They're all dead, aren't they? And then you shall return to your prison. I'm just gonna say I'll do nothing except tell you that I'm sorry I did not realize that demanding alarms or hurt others that had known me and cared for me. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that either. I'm gonna just give her some friendly advice. I need you to see what you have become and turn away from it.
I tied my life, my decisions to the Jedi. Perhaps only in separating myself from the Jedi can I become myself again. Learn who I am. Perhaps exile is what I deserve, even though it is many years too late and you have already returned. Leave now, while you can. Save Telos. Save the galaxy. Save yourself.
You came for me. I thought I had lost you.
Oh, she's not dead. Well, I was a little late, but better late than never.
Kreia. She said the council had ended you. And all along, she was one of those who had sought to kill us.
So Kreia said the council had ended you. Okay, so... But she was one of those who... And she was one of those who sought to kill us. Before I punish you? I'm not going to do that. Kreia has told many lies, and the architecture is difficult to see.
I heard her say that you were dead. I failed you. I let my emotion run through me, and I acted without thinking. I wanted to punish her, hurt her, see her answer for what she had done to the Jedi, for leading you to the council.
Okay. Oh man. Feel free to blurt out any requests for dialogue here. I'll just say, calm yourself, I'm here, it is all right.
Of course. Forgive my display.
Can you ask her if you want to go get a pizza?
The handmaidens no longer. I am Brianna, disciple of the last of the Jedi. And the one
Oh,
who
Brianna,
stands
that's her name.
against all enemies who face us.
Oh, yeah, that's new. Brianna, okay. Alright, yeah, it is good to hear your name.
Good to hear it. After so long.
Ooh, cool. Crazy old beaten up Star Destroyer.
That's very Empire-like for being 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of repetitive motifs that happen in this galaxy.
I didn't believe it when Lino reported the Ebon Hawk at dark,
Fair.
but I guess it really has. Though given the trouble we've been having, maybe I shouldn't be surprised to see you.
Oh, my controller's rumbling. That means things are getting crazy.
Lieutenant Gren, Sith forces have breached the module and are attempting to pen us up in the compound. Damn. Zeron, I need you and your
Who's
men
attacking?
to break through and lead the assault.
Must be the Sith
Lieutenant.
fleet
All right,
that
follow
Scion must be running. And I guess... How did this happen?
It came out of nowhere. A fleet of warships dropped out of hyperspace, and before we could scramble fighters to intercept them, we were under attack. There were Sith fighters everywhere. And the few flights we sent out were barely launched when the bombardment began. We did our best, but we couldn't stop the landing craft that followed the initial wave. We couldn't hold back the Sith troops. We chose to retreat and began the evacuation instead. Then there's also the fuel situation.
Right, no fuel from Paragus, I know.
Because we don't have enough fuel, we won't be able to keep the station in orbit and operational and fight off the Sith.
That's
at the
part of
same
that
time.
global
We're trying to
economic
make the best
depression
of
I
what
was
we have
talking
left,
about in the
but
first
it's gonna be
episode.
cutting it pretty close.
People can't even
Sith
get enough
numbers seem
fuel around to
limitless.
do much.
But we haven't
Because all
lost
like the
hope.
supply lines are
We've
totally
heard
mucked
reports
up
that we might
because
be
of
receiving
all the
Right.
assistance.
endless amount of wars. Have you any word of
A
reinforcements?
squad of troops sent by Queen Talia are currently trying to keep the Sith from sabotaging the station's fuel system.
Does this mean you won't be putting us into force cages again?
If you need to get to the Ravager, Then you're gonna have to fight your way to the shuttle from here to the entertainment module, then make your way to the docking shuttle. Good luck.
Okay, so I guess we're back on Telos base where we were at near the start of the game. The queen she's the queen of Onderon, so that's one of the planets that we were on. They were at war with. Oh, Aden's looking not so good. We're heal him up. So I helped her basically. She was like in a civil war on the planet. And I helped her win because she was the rightful queen of that planet against some kind of. I think he was kind of a Sith sympathizer. So yeah. And the Mandalorians were there. And the Mandalore helped me. Okay, so see if this guy's got anything else.
This is no time for talking. If we don't push the Sith back or get the station evacuated in time, this is going to be a disaster.
Okay, got it. No time for chit-chat, but we do have time to save. All right, Newhouse, we're back. So what's your take on on what's going on so far? We've gone through all the action part. Let's get to the discussion part.
I'm just fascinated watching what's happening in your game here.
Yeah, okay, got it. Well, we'll just keep going and let's see. So all right, so yeah, we're gonna go. Okay, so I think I remember how this map works before. So here's a bunch of guys. I don't know if, sometimes you can talk to them. Just be like,
good luck, sir. We're counting on you.
All right, yeah, thanks. I'm glad to hear you. Oh, had the vote of confidence. That's problem. See, that's problem with force speed. Okay, so you're gonna say something about force speed, but I just showed there the problem with force speed is you like run into walls, right? Oh, I just bang my head.
Right.
But you have thought about force speed.
Yeah, when you brought it up, I forgot. I don't remember exactly where I heard it earlier in the week, but it was some sort of podcast, I'm sure.
Look,
but they were talking about force speed actually, and their take on it, which I kind of think I kind of dig how they look at it, is you have to remember that not every Jedi can do every force ability, right? Certain Jedi specify in doing certain abilities. So not every Jedi out there is even capable of doing force speed, which is why one of the reasons why you don't see it happening all the time. And they even took it a step further and speculated that maybe it was only something that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan could even do when they were together, some sort of special bond they had with their force connection through being a master and apprentice. Yes, and so that's why. So I think that's a pretty logical take to say why we don't see Jedi just speeding around everywhere all the time.
Yeah,
it was something special, but between the bond betwing Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's a good explanation. Yeah. So I guess and then we got to go. Well, how does it work for Kyle Katarn? Where he's by himself, or is that where it's like how I said? It's like basically that's just a way to just show he's got faster reflexes and he's not actually going that fast. I don't know.
Well technically, Kyle Katarn is old extent EU, so technically it's no longer canon.
He's part
aside
of
from
canon.
just being a video game.
He's part of my canon.
But,
well, okay, now that I mentioned it, here's the last thing. Because I am a Jedi Knight super fan. Is that they do actually where you have to use force speed to solve puzzles. That actually is like you actually moving fast. So he is yes. So in the other canon, he is an example of a individual.
One of the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, but like you said, it could be that it's like you said, like everybody's got different abilities, different force powers they can use. Not everybody can use every force power. So maybe Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, they need to be together, and Kyle Katarn is just special because he can just do it on his own. Also, Kyle Katarn did go to the Valley of the Jedi, which is a super powerful force kind of nexus point, right, where you get a lot of force mojo. So that would explain it in that part. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, looks like we gotta like just. This is probably like now like a level where it's like we probably got to like explore, talk to people, figure out what to do next. So I'll try to navigate this stuff, I guess.
Is this end game? Like, how close are we to end
Well,
game?
I mean, the end game usually, like in KOTOR 1, like the end game actually is like, it was like 6 hours, just to give everybody the heads up. There's like a few levels you have to, kind of a few areas you have to go through, right? But we're done like the 4 planets, because they always go with like, you got to go to 4 different planets. So we're done that now.
Okay.
And now we're probably in the end game where it's like, you got to do 1 level, and then you got to do kind of another kind of level. The end game obviously is on some planet where Krea's gone, right? And so that's where that's the end game. But this is probably more like the final act, right? Where, and this is scene 1 of a 2-scene act.
But this is not the denouement.
I don't remember what that means.
The tick, man.
This
is the denouement.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic cartoon. I'll have to see that scene again, and I'll have to look up what denouement means. But no, I don't think it is denouement. Okay, so where are we here? From the last bit there. Okay, so my troops had infiltrated the urban module. Why are they going there?
Informed me that the Sith are attempting to sabotage the fuel control systems, which would take the station out of orbit. At the moment, that seems to be the most pressing need. The TSF do their jobs well, but they are not professional soldiers. They're not properly equipped to
Final
deal with
part
this.
of a
I
play,
come under heavy
movie,
attack
or
in that
narrative
module
in
and
which
taken
the
some
strands of the plot
If
are
they
drawn
can't
together
accomplish their
and
mission,
matters are
we'll be in
explained
some
or
trouble.
resolved.
Okay,
That is the denouement.
I'm guessing the next time we see Krea, that's when we'll be in the denouement. Okay, I'm heading to the
Correct.
If you find my men and they are in need of assistance, please help them.
Not a problem. We'll see what I can do. Okay, so I think I'm not gonna stop talking to people. I'm just gonna move along. Although it is always enticing to talk to people.
The
I
Sith
guess
are
this
trying
guy's
to
gonna
hold us
talk
up
to
in this
me, so I don't even
compound.
have a choice.
We need to break through, or our reinforcements won't be able to move out. Now let's punch a hole in this Sith barricade.
Those are some of the guys who were on Dantooine. They're some of the militia guys. Okay, so are these the guys? Are these soldiers? No. Oh, something's going on. Oh man, this is definitely Star Wars, because there's. Oh, what's going on? There's like people dying. All right, I better move.
War, man. War.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. Oh, good. Now time to do the lightning. Are we ready for some lightning action in the new house? So we got a Sith assassin. Ooh, that's kind of some kind of crazy sonic gun, eh? Look at that. Okay, so we go to the Sith assassin, and then we're gonna lightning him, and then we're gonna flurry him after we lightning him twice. And pathfinding is not good. Oh, look at that! One shot at him. Oh yeah! You guys are.
Smell. Anyone else smell chicken fingers?
Alright. Oh my goodness. What's going on with the freaking pathfinding? My lightsaber also has really good force deflecting, so. Yeah! Okay. Alright. So.
Take that, assassin.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, that guy looks injured. Okay, well, somebody else can deal with those mines. Atten can level up. Let's level him up. I'll do save game on here. All right, let's see what Mr. Atten's got going on. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so level up is I basically just do kind of, since he's my Padawan, I just basically level him up according to my skills. That's how I do it. I mean, it could be that maybe you might know more about this new house, that maybe Masters and Padawans, they have contrasting abilities. Maybe that's kind of part of the a good duo, or maybe sometimes they have the same. What's your experience in seeing? Did you seen your share of Masters and Apprentices, or Padawans?
Well, usually they complement each other in their weaknesses to help them grow stronger as individuals, right?
That's what I thought. But I'm not. I'm kind of going on my own. I'm flying solo. Like, I'm basically teaching somebody without much thought. So I'm just going to do it my way. But that's good to know. It's good to know. That makes sense. But for me, I'm just going to make him like me, just to see how that plays out. Yeah, I want to make treat injury high because I think that helps with health packs, and I think as things get crazier, we might need to use health packs more. Let's see. So I don't think he's ready for master speed yet. Because, let's see. We're not going to teach him lightning stuff. Maybe I taught him how to throw a lightsaber. Because I'm like, hey, I did this and it's pretty cool. You should try it. I mean, we haven't had much time to train, so he's kind of been on his own.
I am paying attention, but I'm also lost in thought because I'm trying to think back of why Yoda assigned Anakin Ahsoka as Anakin's apprentice, especially because they were both so headstrong and.
Yeah, well, sometimes maybe you double them up, right? Okay, so I'm giving him force deflection just because I think that's cool, and that's what I'm obviously gotten good at. So we're doing that. Let's just save again, so we have to do that again. This is the one. Okay, so let's okay, so remains. Let's see what loot we get. Although I don't really need much loot anymore. Concussion grenade. Okay, so if I remember how you get around here, is there's these shuttles you can take. But I'm supposed to go where the fuel is. So I don't know where remember that is from when I was on here before.
Well, while you figure that out, I am going to
you just can't see
tell you about some of the things. Oh, you figured it out. That's all good.
Brought out their turrets. They've been devastating our numbers. We managed to take a few out, but they just keep unloading more of them to replace the destroyed ones. It's up to you to help us throw them back. We got to get them cleared out of here, and then we're ready for one last charge.
Cover me.
All right, everyone provide covering fire for the Jedi. Then advance on the Sith positions. We'll be right behind you. Good luck.
Yeah, all right, so let's I won't need force speed. Okay, so turrets. Okay, so I can do this, and then I can use my destroy droids on those. So these guys can do some force wave here after I destroy that turret.
Yep.
All right, go at him.
These guys look like Cylons.
So one annoying thing about this game, I don't know why they did this, but they have like an equip button. So sometimes you press it by accident and then you lose your lightsaber. It's really annoying. Okay, so Sith Commando. Okay, so while I fight these guys, you were gonna say something to us. We're gonna bring up our first item of the night.
Yeah, I actually learned something about Star Wars this week that I didn't previously know that I thought was kind of interesting. So I thought I'd share with it. Well, it's basically the origins of humanity throughout the Star Wars galaxy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Right?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, let's hear what you found out.
So basically, humanity originated on one planet, and this is hundreds of thousands of years before the Battle of Yavin, also known as Star Wars, also known as A New Hope. And so it was a planet called Neutron. Okay?
Neutron.
And Neutron, yes. I'm assuming this information is coming from, I know a few months ago, Disney released a book encyclopedia. Basically, it was the Star Wars timeline. So this has to be where all of this information is coming from, because I don't know of any sort of television show or anything that's gotten into this sort of detail about the history of the Star Wars universe.
You said Disney released that. Sorry, what was it exactly?
It was timeline. It's like an encyclopedia.
It's like a book you can buy?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And it's their official canon Star Wars timeline. So this has to be where this information's coming from.
Oh, okay. So there's a new book that's been released called what's it called?
I don't even know what it's called. Let me confirm this information.
So
the Star Wars timeline book is known as It is known as Star Wars Timelines. Funny enough.
and it just came out?
Let me check the release date. Did I find the release date of this thing? Thanks, Amazon Prime. I could get it tomorrow if I wanted it. Yes, April 25th, 2023. So it came out earlier this year.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, humanity originates from the planet called Neutron. Originally, there were 2 species on this planet. One was called the Twang. They were a more warrior culture. And the other species was known as the Zell. They were a much more social and cultural species than the Twang. Eventually, of course, there was war between the 2 species, and despite the Twang being larger and stronger, they were no match for the Zell when they combined their forces and waged a campaign against the Twang, which completely defeated them, and eventually the Twang that survived the war, they flee the planet, and the Twang end up starting what is now known as the Mandalorian culture.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Ironically, though, the Zell that escaped Neutron and begin this Mandalorian country eventually do get conquered by humanity itself, and they are basically become extinct.
We will join you in the assault.
So,
hey, speaking of Mandalorian,
do you no good aboard the Ravager.
Yes.
Let we Mandalorians lead the charge into battle and to victory.
Let's go.
Kelborn, Zuka.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had something to say about
You will not
Mandalorians.
face this alone. I will go with you.
Oh, are those
Be by your
Mandalorians?
side.
I getcha.
If you insist, I suppose your abilities might be of some use.
So cold at the brink of battle. I envy your detachment.
Okay, so I guess I'm going in with my Padawan and a Sith. Okay, so you continue on while I probably had to level this girl up like 12 levels. So chat away, explain away. And Newhouse, I'll tell you this much: I'm still learning how to listen to the deep lore, but I'm sure this will be great for audience members. But I might not remember everything you say, so bear with me when I ask you, saying, "Can you repeat that?" or "Can you remind me again what you just said?" But I'm loving hearing this stuff, so you just have at her and explain to us what you learned while I level this girl up.
That's not a problem. I love informing. Okay. So yes, so there was Neutron. There were 2 species: the Twang, the Zell. There was a giant war. The Zell, even though they were weaker, they were able to work together better. The Twang left. They founded the Mandalorian culture. Eventually, the Zell found them anyway and killed them, but they still adopted that culture that was there. Then, 90,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, the planet Neutron becomes what we now know as Coruscant.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Then, 50,000...
You still there? I think we lost Newhouse. Newhouse, you still there? Hey, Newhouse. You dropped out for like 1 minute, so rewind yourself 1 minute and repeat what you were saying. Yeah. I got a lot of leveling up to do, man, so you got a whole lot of runway here. Sorry, who is that again? Who's that again? This is that repeating the racket dance. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, well yeah, they're like a huge part of the first game. That's right. Okay, yes. So I'll just jump in here for a second, New House, just to let everybody know. When I did KOTOR 1 just before I played this game, I found that out when I was hanging out with the Sand People, who had that as part of their lore. We'll put. Yeah. So okay, so you can continue on now, but I just want to say I learned that in this when I was Revan in KOTOR 1. Kari, please continue. Yep. It's like Sesame Street. Cooperation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they have blue skin. Okay, but they're not humans. They're Oh my goodness. Okay. A trillion? Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Well, I mean, now that you bring up the fact of against the rest of the galaxy, oh man. Well, I'll still go 10%. Really? So wow. So and who is this set? Are those numbers in the Star Wars timelines book you're talking about? Okay, or well, it is Christmas, so hopefully somebody listening here is will yeah, Santa. Yep. Well, you better watch it. Yep. There you go. I think this is as good a place as any to look for to send a message to Santa. So there you go. Okay. Oh man, I hope I'm getting close here. I'm just gonna start hitting random things. I still can't do the auto level up. I just can't bring myself to do it. It's it's just against my nature. All right, so I'll get her force speed and accept, and oh my god, just keeps on going. I'm a little worried about buffering her out because I have this fear that I'm about to fight her. You know what I mean? Because she's Sith, right? Okay, so yeah, so is that seems like I guess I think you got end to end on the story of the humans in the Star Wars universe. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I can't debate that at this point because I'm too busy thinking about what I'm supposed to do. But I mean, it sounds good to me. I mean, I think that's a fair setup, right? I mean, because the thing is that they've been doing these like they. Well, okay. So one is that there's probably been times when they've tried to establish certain factoids, like when it was not before Disney and all that stuff. But I think what's happening, and you can back me up or whatever, you can clarify this. Is that I think the cool thing is I think it sounds like Disney is actually investing in having people, and I think you told me this, who are actually like their job is to kind of lay down the canon in a nice, organized, tighter kind of fashion. And so that's it sounds like what this book is. So that's cool. It sounds like they got the right people to come up with some interesting stuff and ways that it works. So yeah, sounds good to me. Yep. Yeah, but I mean, basically a planet that's just one big city.